Thank you for tuning in to the Music Lovers Podcast, where we explore all types of music,
reminiscing on the old jams and putting you on to what's new.
We are your hosts, Megan.
Ashley,
and Kalila, and we want to know.
Do you speak music?
It's a rare condition this day and age.
hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 11 of the Do You Speak Music podcast. We are your hosts, Megan, Ashley, and Kalila. And we just want to know how y'all been holding up after daylight savings time. I don't know about y'all, but this one is hitting a little different. It's dark by like 3:30.
Yeah, I feel like the days are taking forever. At least for me, it feels like, the days are going by super slow. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, to me.
Man, it seems like it's one big blur for me. Like it's been a blur since March, honestly.
Well,
I never know what the day is.
That's true. I do get my days thrown off.
But anyways, as you all know, we got to start with who you've been listening to this past week. Kalila, you want to go first?
Sure.
I need to put you on the spot, girl.
So this week, I have had to listen to way too many kid songs. Okay, mamas be like, I'm over it. Okay, I'm like, if I hear one more request for Bubble Guppy's Daniel Tiger or whoever else, But the flip side to it is, after she's done asking for the kid songs, she's asking for what she calls boy music. So,
what's boy music to Eden?
Rap. Well, her daddy be
that is
having
funny.
the volume on 100, okay? She was like, okay, so the other day, real quick, I'm like blasting my worship music. We in the car, it's early morning, trying to get my mind right. She's like, Mommy, I don't want this Jesus music. I want the boy music. This is boring me. I said, you better ask for forgiveness. You hear me?
Hey, that's so funny. Wow.
Yeah. So this week's music has not been my favorite, but I done went from worship to who is it? Disney, Nick Jr., all of the above. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next time around I'll get my own
playlist. It'd be like that.
Right. It was Eden's playlist this week, huh?
Just take up your time. Well, since we're on that, I've been listening to. We've had a lot of Sesame Street this week.
Oh God.
Okay, Sesame Street.
Let's see. A little oops way. That's with Maren Morris. I don't know who she is, but that's one of Blaze's new favorites. And then the Sarah Bareilles version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is
that's a good one.
It is a good one. I like it. So
that's
I'm
a good
glad
one.
Blaze finally started liking it. She didn't like it at first, but it's one of her jams now. But
I think I've heard it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll send it to you. But yes, she has a ukulele and acoustic guitar, and then there's a little lady hitting a little like a box. You can't even call it a drum.
Right.
So that's one of her favorites. But I have gotten a chance to listen to some adult music, and I was talking to Ashley about this. So for the first time ever, I listened to a complete Ariana Grande album because people said that it was good. I was on Twitter, and some friends were like, "Okay, this is a good album." I was like, "Well, I do a podcast. We do a podcast about music. Why not stay up on things and give it a listen?"
Right.
It is good. It is actually a good album. She is. I don't think I've ever doubted Ariana Grande's singing ability. I think it's more of the content of her music that I've never really resonated with. So you can definitely tell she's she's singing to an older audience with this album, and she's singing like she makes her choices are just great. She has a song with The Weeknd, and I'm not even the biggest Weeknd fan, but it's called Off the Table that I really like. And then Love Language is a song on there that gives me like Janet Jackson vibes. It's very Janet Jackson. And then
what kind of Jackson? Miss Jackson or oh,
even though I mean it's some it's some adult songs on there.
Oh, Miss Jackson. Okay.
Yes,
definitely. That Janet.
yes.
That Janet, right.
And then there's another it's a song called 6:30 as well that I like a lot. So that is, and I think that is.
Did you say the name of the album for those who may not know?
It's called Positions. So yeah.
So it's called Positions, and she has adult songs. So for those of you who may not be too good with context clues, it's probably a little risky.
Send it to me.
Yes, and I think from what Ashley was saying, her traditional fans, because it's very R&B infused. I'll say that it's not very poppy to me, and that's what it's labeled as. But it's very R&B infused. And then I think
I just have never. I probably don't even have an Ariana Grande song on my phone. And I don't think that it's because I don't like her. That's definitely not it. I think it might just be, I still see her like as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what I thought. Because I feel like, I never really paid attention because when she came out, I feel like whatever she was kind of talking about, like, again, it's the content. It didn't apply to me. I'm like, this is for the little teen boppers. That's for them. I'll listen to at the time, KW was somebody on like Alex Isley, Shantae King, stuff like that. Like older, I guess, stuff like that. So, but again, I like it. I think that's it. I think that's been in heavy rotation, and then Bruno Major's album, and I think I just revisited that. I think I talked about his album before, but yeah, I've been listening to it. What about you, Ashley?
Oh, okay. So I don't know why I said "ooh, okay," like I didn't know I was coming next. Anyway, so I did listen to Ariana Grande after Megan. I didn't finish it yet. I think I got like 3 or 4 songs to go, but I did listen to it, and I can't lie, like she is doing her good singing on here. And for me, with Ariana, I did like The Way when she first came out with the song. I like the way you made me feel. I did like that song. So I haven't really been a fan of Ariana, but I've definitely been paying attention and like will download a couple songs here or there. But this is my first time actually. Well, no, I'm lying. I did like the last album, Thank You Next.
Thank You Next, okay.
Yeah, even though I didn't like the single Thank You Next. Like that's probably the one of the few songs on the album I skipped. But yeah, I liked that album. So then when Megan told me about Positions, I was like, okay, I'll give it another chance. And for me, it kind of was the same thing. Like with me never really paying attention to her, I was like, I couldn't get past the ponytail and the childish, the childish aspect to her. But I mean, and for me too, it's like her style and especially with her hitting the whistle notes, it's so close to Mariah Carey that like it took me a while to get past that because we were coming up in Mariah Carey's heyday. So it's hard for me to listen to Ariana and not think about Mariah and compare the two. So I had to get over that. And now I've opened up my heart and my mind to accept Ariana for a grown woman. And I like it so far. Like I said, I got 3 or 4 songs left to listen to. So I'm going to finish that this week.
Okay.
I've been telling Mika all the time, like I feel like I'm so behind on catching up on music. Especially when you have like a wide range of tastes, it's hard to keep up when new music comes out because I want to listen to everything. So I listened to Ariana, and then I was listening to a lot of vocal jazz this week. So I was listening to Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, a lot of Michael Bublé. Don't judge me. I'm already playing Christmas music, and I definitely was playing Christmas songs by Michael Bublé in the car yesterday.
It's not time.
Yes, it is. In 2020, we should have been playing Christmas music in June. I just feel like we need all the hope and cheer we can get right now.
Yeah, that's true. We did turn on, our Will Downing Christmas album. We did play that.
I'm not ready.
I'm usually not. but because my mom was
I'm
like,
ready.
November 1st, we're playing it. And I'm usually like, no, this is disrespectful. Thanksgiving must come first. Give give Thanksgiving its just due. Because people just act like it's not a holiday. But
And I saw something on Facebook that was like, why is everybody complaining about Christmas music? And then the meme underneath it was like, I don't see none of y'all writing
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Y'all ain't bumping no Thanksgiving songs. This is like,
That's the truth.
who about to write Thanksgiving songs?
Right. You better turn on Thanksgiving by Walter Hawkins and call it a day.
That's it. Gospel is like a Thanksgiving playlist itself.
Get you some Be Grateful and keep it moving, right?
Yes.
I need my Christmas music. I'll be ready. I wanted to start before Halloween. I really have to hold myself back, y'all. It's bad. I love it. Yeah. I love it so much. I have a whole playlist.
Maybe the week before Thanksgiving. So maybe next week.
I've always been a December 1st kind of gal. Like, no.
I think, no, I will say this. It's okay to listen to Christmas music as you are preparing Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. It's the end of the month. Okay, cool. But October, no.
Yeah. I feel like it's just infringing upon fall. I feel like once you turn on Christmas music, it's like we hitting winter. Like that's it. Ain't no turning back. Maybe that's just my personal opinion.
Yep. Look, y'all just gonna have to let my heart be glad. My kids gonna hate me because I'm putting on Let It Snow November 1st. That's how it's going down.
Well, I'll say it's a lovely segue.
Right.
Kalila.
All right. So because we're coming up on the holiday season, I feel like it's the best time for us to try to talk about what we're grateful for. I know it's been a crazy year for everybody. Some a little more chaotic than others. Some people have really been flourishing in 2020, like securing the bag, new homes, new cars, jobs, side hustles, businesses, relocating, all kind of stuff. And then some people are like, I never have to see this year ever again. Like today could be December 31st and we could keep moving, right? So, I'll go ahead and get started. Some of the things I am grateful for is for shelter. It is getting cold in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And we all know, even though Ashley just moved to Hotlanta, right? We're all familiar with how cold it can get at home here in the Windy City. And, we had a couple of 70 degree days. Mm-hmm. And then the next day it was 35. And I'm like, wait, yeah. So, just in my prayer time, when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, God, to me it seems small, but to somebody else it might be a big deal. I'm like, I'm really grateful that I have a place to call home. Like I have a shelter over my head. Like I have things that we just wake up and forget about all the time. Like I have the activity of my limbs. Like I can breathe on my own. I'm not in a rehab center. I'm not unemployed. This is actually probably one of the better years for me and my family financially. So I'm grateful, while all this other craziness is going on, I'm really, really grateful. Yeah. Meg, what's up? What you grateful for, girl?
I am grateful for just family. Even though we can't gather the way, of course, that we would like to, especially with everything kind of going on right now, I'm still grateful that we can just connect. Like I can't imagine this time specifically without all the different ways that we have to be able to connect with each other. Like if this happened 20 years ago, if I was this age 20 years ago, I at least for me, I just like it would be a completely different story. And 20 years ago, like in the big scheme of things, it doesn't seem like, that far. Even 10 years ago, like it doesn't seem like that far away. But when you think about just how much how far we've gotten in terms of how we connect with each other, it's come a long way, and it's given us the time or the chance to just, say hey, or just see each other's faces, as opposed to, giving a phone call. And of course, it's always good to hear each other's voice, but it's even better to be able to see each other. I mean, even like with this now, like, Ashley's in Atlanta, but KB, you're in the city and stuff like that. But I can still see y'all and see your faces, see your smiles and all that good stuff, as opposed to not being able to. So I'm just grateful for friends and family, and I'm grateful that even after everything, this kind of corny, but love isn't canceled. And
love is never corny.
Yeah, true. I'm just grateful that love exists, and that I can experience it through all my friends and family. So, what about you?
Y'all know I'm a big crybaby. I'm over here about to tear up. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna hold it together.
Hormones on flow. Don't be doing that, okay?
I'm gonna hold it together. I'm such a crybaby. I don't know. It's like the older I get, the softer I get. But anyway.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, real quick, just to break it up. I was watching the Christmas movie yesterday, and it was about a military family, and the little girl's parents came home, and I sat there and teared up, and I was like, what is happening to me?
It'll sneak up on you. Like, wait a minute.
21-year-old
I'm a water well, so I'll cry anywhere. It don't matter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, well, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like I said, love is never corny. Being grateful for friends and family is never cliche. So I'm gonna say friends and family. I feel like, not that I didn't appreciate my support system before, but like relocating on my own, especially at the drop of a hat, like I did. Like I had, for those who don't know, I had literally 2 weeks to get my life together and move, packed everything in my car and just left. And so just that experience of like just stepping out on faith like that and going on my own somewhere. I have no family down here. I have friends, but no family. Like just the support that I was shown and the way people reached out to me, and even like people that I know through other people who may live down here have reached out to me and like given me their number, like call me if you need somewhere to go during the holidays, like just come on by. And I was telling you, Kalila, even the patients that I have at my job, some of them have like kind of like giving me their number, like, if you need anything, just call mama, and I'm down here and we glad to have you in the South. Like, it's so heartwarming just to be able to connect with people that you don't know and that are willing to support you and look out for you. I'm also grateful for my health. As we all know, COVID-19 has like drastically changed all of our lives and has taken away some people that we know. It's a mess, and I'm just grateful, especially working in the healthcare field, that I haven't, tested positive ever. I haven't had any symptoms, and I just see sick people every single day, and it just reminds me just to be grateful. Even the fact that I can like move my arms, move my legs, like I don't have to have anybody help me get in and out of a chair. The simple stuff like that really puts things into perspective. So I'm grateful for just life, man, just life.
Yeah. Amen. Amen to that. Well, after, all of that gratefulness, we are going to get into our topic for today. And, let's just get right into it. So today we're talking about theme songs from TV shows. Now, as you all know, TV has been around for a long time, at least 60 years. So we have of course, a smaller frame of reference in terms of theme songs, but syndication and reruns have given us a little bit more of a scope. So we're going to first start with our top 5 theme songs. Okay, and I know for these assignments, and I
say, is Kalila rolling her eyes yet?
But let's go ahead and just give, and it could be people like sitcoms, hour-long dramas. It could be cartoons, whatever. Just go ahead and just give top 5. Oh, sorry, I didn't give those. I didn't say that before, but
I didn't even think about cartoons.
I know. Top 5. Get ready, set, go. Let's start with Ashley.
Ooh, you just said okay. I'm dropping my list. Okay, so these are in no particular order. I have Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because it's a rap. Like It's so rap. It's so black. It's fun. And then even just the opening, the scene that goes along with the song, it's so crazy and just unique. I love it. Family Matters is my second one.
Yes.
Okay. Rare condition, this day and age. Yeah. That's a good one.
Eden will definitely disagree. She would agree.
I was about to say, I'm like, what?
No, she would agree. Between those, your top two, those are hers for sure.
Really? See, they stand the test of time.
I like her. She got
right? Eden's a cool kid.
Yeah.
I also have Cheers on my list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody has ever heard the full Cheers song. It's like 2 minutes long. But if you ever listen to the verses, I feel like when I was a kid and I used to hear it, I just thought it was like gibberish. I'm like, what are they talking about? None of these lyrics make sense. But now that I'm older, oh my gosh, I relate to that song so much. Like, it almost makes me emotional when I listen to it because it's so real. Like, if you never heard the whole 2-minute version, go listen to it. But yeah, Cheers is a classic. I also have Good Times because Good Times. And a lot of people don't know that Janet, is it Dubois?
Okay.
Janet Dubois that played, what's her name on the show? She's Florida Friend.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember her name.
You know what I'm talking about?
Winona.
Okay. She sings the theme song.
Oh.
Yeah. Her and her husband wrote it, and she's singing on it.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. And then last, I have Golden Girls.
Oh.
Yes, and I shout out to Rachel for putting me on Golden Girls. Like, I never had watched the show in my life, and then maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago, she showed me my first episode, and I've been hooked ever since. I have watched that entire series at least twice, all the way through. Hilarious. And that song is just so good. It's so good. And shout out to that black man that did that viral video with the wig on.
You can never
sing singing the gospel version of the Golden Girls theme song. Like, that's one of my favorite videos on the internet of all time.
Yeah. As the kids say, lives rent free in my mind.
No, seriously. It's bad. I can't even sing the regular one no more. Like, when the show come on, I gotta sing the gospel version.
Yes.
Megan?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, you, since you put me on the spot.
Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna go with one you didn't say. Living Single was one of my favorites. She, of course, Queen Latifah did it. During the first season, they did like an extended version where like, I don't know if she sings. I can't remember exactly, but it's extended version as opposed to what it is. The same song is just a little bit longer. So yeah, Single was the first. A Different World, seasons 2 through 5, not the first season or the last season because they did change it up, and we will talk about that later. The Aretha version, that's the one.
Yes,
that one is in my top 5.
I know my parents love me.
Yes.
Girlfriends,
because you can just use it anywhere. I mean,
honestly,
it's simple, but you're outside somewhere and you reference it, and most people will pretty much know what you're talking about. Good Times as well.
Yes.
That is, I mean, just it's good times.
It's good times.
Yeah. And then hold on, I have one more. I'm going to go with The Proud Family.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Proud Family is one of my top 5, just because Solange was leading it. It's something that you really kind of didn't expect because people didn't know that much about Solange. She was just Beyonce's sister back then. Of course, Solange has created her own career. She's her own person. She has her own fans now. But she led the song, and Destiny's Child, they backed her up and stuff. So, and Proud Family is just iconic cartoon. It's an iconic cartoon for Black people.
Yeah.
So yes, those are my top 5. All right, KB, it's on you.
Okay, so
there you go.
Here I go. Kicking and screaming. Pause. Okay, so my favorite theme songs for TV shows. I don't necessarily have an order, but I do have. Oh no, y'all didn't do honorable mentions, so I can't do it.
Oh yeah, we said
we are.
Yeah, we're gonna do honorable mentions. We forgot to say them.
Just talked about that.
Yeah. So you say yours, and then we'll go back and do ours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, say yours at the end.
Yeah.
And then...
Okay. So I love the theme song. Well, when I watched it, the show no longer exists, but Pepper Ann, oh my God, I used to love that theme song. I don't know why, and I mean, she was screaming and hollering and whatever.
No, honestly.
I used to just be, I don't know, like riding the school bus and just screaming, Pepper Red, Pepper Red. Like, what? And even as an adult, like I still just love it. But also Different World. I don't really care what season it is, but now that Megan mentioned it, maybe the seasons do matter. Like maybe 2 through 5 does have a better flavor. No. Yes. Half and Half.
Yes.
I used to love that theme song. And I like the storyline too.
Yeah.
Of the sisters. And then One on One.
Mm-hmm.
I love I love that theme song. And then Now I Feel Bad, but Seventh Heaven was one of my other favorite shows.
Yeah, that was a good show. It
was.
Heaven.
I mean,
happy.
We thought that they were a wholesome family. Needless to say, never judge a book by its cover, but is one of my favorite shows to watch when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys can say your honorable mentions.
No, you go first. You do yours. Do your honorable mentions first, and then we'll come with ours.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because y'all know these assignments don't work well with me.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, don't make fun of me, but it's MASH because
why would we make fun of you for that?
Because it was so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
It was so catchy, and I don't know why, but like I really would stay up and watch the episodes. I never understood what was happening, what was going on, but for some reason I was just like sucked in. Once I heard it, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was the only one?
The helicopter song.
Okay.
The helicopter song.
Okay, Ashley, do your 3 because Ashley has 3.
Yeah, I have 3 honorable mentions. So Proud Family was one of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I mean, you said everything that needs to be said about that song. It's super catchy and it's nostalgic for me. And like I said, it was such an important show for Black people. And then you had Destiny's Child and Solange singing it. So like, who better? But yeah, Proud Family was one. I also have The Big Bang Theory. Don't judge me. No, I am a Big Bang fan. Okay, like that's probably one of the few shows people don't know I watch. But yeah, I love Big Bang Theory with Sheldon and Penny, like all of them. Okay. So yeah, that's a catchy theme song too, and I learned all the words. Like it's super fast. I don't know if you've heard it, you know it's like super fast, and I learned all the words, and I'm proud of that. So yeah, I love the Big Bang Theory song, and Sesame Street was my 3rd honorable mention.
Okay.
I watched a lot of Sesame Street with my niece when she was a baby. So and who didn't watch it as a kid too? That's one of those shows that's been around for generations, literal generations. So, I mean, yeah, it's iconic. It's iconic.
Barney had better bops though. Sorry.
You said Barney?
He had better
than Sesame Street?
Bops, yes, for days. Yes.
I was a bigger Barney fan as a kid than I was Sesame Street, but that's just me.
I did watch it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can remember songs about animals and
That's true.
Mountains and the planets, all kind of stuff. So yeah,
that's true.
And the green grass goes all around and around, and the green grass goes all around. Yeah.
Yep.
That
one. Okay, for me, let's see. It was Boy Meets World.
Oh, I forgot.
And I forgot about one too. So keep going.
Okay, Boy Meets World was on my list. That's So Raven.
Yes.
Is another.
You can gaze into the future.
We watch Raven up in here.
Yes. That is a good one. And then the Jeffersons.
Yeah, that was good.
Those are my 3 honorable mentions, because I mean, at least for the Jeffersons, like I feel like, but I mean, I don't know like exactly how many shows were on TV about Black people in the 70s. I feel like because I know the history of this country, they probably were. And then I mean, like it crosses. It's like classic. Everybody, no matter how old you are, like you know that song. Like you know you're moving on up. Somebody starts and somebody you gonna.
You know you're moving on up.
Yeah.
You know beans don't burn in the kitchen.
Exactly. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Okay, KB, tell us. Go ahead.
I forgot about In Living Color.
Yes, that's a good
one. In Living Color, you can do what you want. Yeah.
And obviously, none of us should have been watching it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But I will say, like, In Living Color, that was a bop.
Yeah.
Definitely it's a bop.
That was a bop. That one, and my mom and I used to randomly burst out and start singing the Parkers.
Yes.
That is a good one.
Yeah, so, okay, those are 3.
Okay. All right. Next, so we're going on to shows that changed their theme song, or let's say updated it. Because Sister, I am personally a fan of the later version of the Sister song.
You didn't like the old one?
I like them both, but I like, when they had a little more attitude for the second version.
Yeah.
Who else?
Definitely.
We talked about Different World, but it was like, I don't know who. The first, for season 1 of A Different World, it was like kind of had a little country kind of thing.
I couldn't even sing that one if I tried.
It's the same song.
Aretha.
It's the same song. It's just like
a different style.
Yeah,
like a bluegrass.
Yeah,
folk. I mean, created that anyway, but it definitely sounds like the slaves have been freed.
I'm done.
Yeah. But then in like the last season it was like, they put they 90s version. It was like almost like New Jack Swing kind of. They more updated, but I prefer it.
Yeah, you can definitely tell because it's either who's singing. Is it like Take 6 or somebody? It's gotta be.
I don't even know.
Take 6. Now that you mention it, I think it was. I don't know.
It's that doo-wop, like you said. Yeah, the harmony. Harmony.
Right. Anyway.
Oh, I have to. Well, I mean, they're technically they're both instrumental theme songs, but like I know. So the first show is The Wire. I don't know. Like I feel like The Wire has such like a niche fan base, if that makes sense. But I love The Wire, and I watched it all the way through. I started it in my high school debate class. Actually, we watched season 1 of The Wire, and season 1 to me has the best version of this instrumental. And then they change it for like all the seasons afterward. But season 1 was the best to me. Huh?
Right, exactly. She said that.
Oh, we definitely had to sign a permission slip before we started watching that. Yeah, we definitely did. Yep. We watched the whole first season.
That's ghetto. They real bold.
And I was hooked after that. Seriously, it's such a good show. It's so good. Like that was our introduction to Idris Elba too. Child, he playing a drug dealer. Woo! What a hood!
Oh my god.
That is bad.
Anywho, let me come back. And then I also have what was the other one? I just forgot that fast. Oh, Law and Order. So the original Law and Order has a different version of the Law and Order from the Law and Order SVU version. And then the Law and Order Criminal Intent has a different version. It's all the same song pretty much, but they all have different like instrumentations. Clearly, SVU has the best one though. And we all know that.
Yeah, I'm about to say
that's on Benson and Stabler.
Yes, true. Period. And that's kind of goes along with like Ashley was kind of talking about earlier, off air, I guess you can say. But just iconic instrumental theme songs like Law and Order, definitely one of them. Doug, They Not Saying Words in there.
No, they're not.
We watched that up in here too.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's a plus of like Eden being raised by parents who grew up in the 90s. That she watches Doug, she's seen Recess, she watches Rugrats.
Yep.
Yeah, you name it.
And that's another one too, is Rugrats. Like you can hear that.
Yeah.
Where it came from. Let me see what else.
The Office.
Yes, that was
for those who are huge fans like me.
In that show, but I'm glad y'all.
But I enjoy it. But I've only seen a few episodes. Like I haven't gone to like a deep dive of The Office, but every time I watch it, I do laugh. And I was watching one episode when I was like, "This would not fly in 2020." Like the oh my God, the stuff.
That's a lot of shows though, from like the 90s and the early 2000s. Even like I was watching Martin, and I'm like, some of these jokes they would have torn Martin apart for, like canceled him. Show would have been off the air after season 1.
Yeah, I mean, he was canceled, but they did it privately. You know, nowadays everybody is like sexual assault. Oh, we got to post this to the shade room, like
right.
To the blogs, you know. So it seemed like there was some drama going on, but we just didn't know about it.
Right.
That is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another show that had an instrument. I'm trying to think of any other ones. You know,
Sanford and Son. I got a list.
Go ahead, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody knows Sanford and Son. Like, don't work.
I'm about to say, even if you don't know where it came from, you know the melody, and you can
know the melody.
Yeah.
For sure. I also had Bewitched. I don't know if y'all like. I used to watch all those black and white shows, and Bewitched.
I missed that. That was on Nick at Night though. I know it came on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Later on, yeah. But what if, or like the Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
Brady Bunch always came on Nick at Night. And that's another iconic one that, you know, people have used and referenced it for years. Whether it's the song or the 9 squares, you know, people used it for something.
Yep.
Yeah. Who else you got on your list, Ashley?
Definitely. I think you mentioned the other ones I had. The Andy Griffith theme song. Y'all, yeah. I'm a real old soul. Like, I used to watch all these shows with my grandma and my mom and dad, like Andy Griffith, Sanford and Son, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Laverne and Shirley. I have grown up on TV. Seriously.
The 227. What's Happening?
That's another instrumental. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, the Cosby Show, that was an instrumental. I mean, they
changed it too.
They did. They changed it. I feel like every few years they would kind of update it or change it or whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of stayed the same, but they would add a little different something to it. People know that one too, as you know. So I think, let me see. I wonder, I don't even know if we can have like a real discussion about this because we're not technically we're not in TV, but I wonder why people stopped making theme songs as often, I guess you could say. Because I mean, at least the shows that I watch, they're not particularly known for, at least within the last 10 years, they're not particularly known for a theme song. Like,
could you imagine Grey's Anatomy or This Is Us with like some dramatic
right
intro?
Yeah,
like just bring on the graphics and keep it moving.
Cause This Is Us, they have like a little I can't even do it, but like the little
you got
waiting to hear this version,
and then that's it.
I was waiting to hear your interpretation, Megan.
It would be wrong. I would not do Siddhartha Khosa like that. He would, if he found it, he would be very upset. All of his notes were wrong. But yeah, it's just like it's a guitar and he's just playing some strings and it's like 10 seconds and it's done. But even I'm just thinking about how different it would be if they had like, you know, the intro where they had, you know, they would flash people's names like the picture or something, like they did.
You know,
I don't know. Go ahead, Ashley.
No, I was saying I was actually like thinking about that because I forgot if I was listening to the radio or something, and they were talking about how like many commercial breaks we have now compared to back in the day, and I was thinking the same thing, like why don't a lot of shows have theme songs with a montage or something? And I wonder if it has to do with like the way we advertise now and like time, because when you think about it, you'll have an hour-long show, but when you watch it on, like most hour-long shows are really like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And the rest is commercials. So I wonder if that has something to do with like they don't want time for a 30-second, you know, theme song anymore. It's like you see that This Is Us come up and then the show come on, or to be like, get ready for today's episode of Scandal, and then Scandal just start. Like that's it. Right. So I don't know. I'm like, maybe that plays into why they don't do that anymore.
I would love to find out, because I'm just like, I was just thinking about all of my favorite shows, like you said, Grey's, This Is Us, Jane the Virgin. When I used to, when it came on, like there are songs in there that I think some of the composers or music supervisors, they use like recurring, so they're associated with like a certain character or a certain moment, but they don't do theme songs, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like, but these are adult shows too. So I was about to say, I feel like for kids, if you watch it, you kind of robbed of that nostalgia.
They don't do opening credits no more either. They kind of just flash the names after the episode already started.
Yeah, it's like you enter the episode, and honestly, you really don't. I don't pay attention to the credits until I've seen the episode like 3 times, and I'm like, oh, I just saw that they flashed whoever is guest starring in this episode today.
Right.
But I wonder too, I wonder if that has something to do with it, because again, like I was saying, I don't know if, you know, because on field trips, when we would just, I don't know if y'all did this, but we would sing theme songs to pass the time, like if we were and I'm sure it drove chaperones and teachers,
crazy,
bus drivers crazy, but we would just sing out like Arthur and Dragon Tales and whatever we could think
Dragon
of.
Tales.
Yes.
That's about
Dragonland.
Yeah, so we would, those are, but I'm like, well, one, I feel like kids probably are so into, if they have a phone, they probably so into that now that
they got their AirPods in.
Yeah, but that was something that we did, and I don't know if kids can do that anymore.
Probably not. I doubt it.
I don't know. Again,
interesting.
Yeah,
they don't watch TV; they watch YouTube.
You're right, because
TikTok.
Right, and they have songs from there, but it's not like themes. Like it's not.
Not the Bayang is the new theme song.
You're right. Not the that, and we can go down a line of popular TikTok songs that are in at whatever point. But it's true. TikTok, I guess, would be the theme songs. But yeah, that's interesting. I would love to at some point. Who knows if we can get into contact with somebody, just talk about it. Because it's interesting to me.
Yeah, because I miss when they used to like put the name up and then they were like, Turn around. Y'all remember in the 90s, like every main character had their little title sequence, whatever, and they would even show, like, if it was a dog on the show, the dog would show at the end. It'd be like, and Buddy as Max.
Right.
Slide down the hallway or like sliding down a stairwell, like
yeah, it was something cute, and
somebody dribbling the basketball, and they turn around and face the camera.
I was even though kind of thinking about I know I used to watch One Tree Hill and Smallville and the OC, and they had songs for the intro where they did do, they showed people's faces or whatever scene, and they put their name under there, but they weren't songs specifically made for the show. At least it didn't seem like, because the One Tree Hill song was Gavin DeGraw, but I'm sure.
How'd that one go?
I don't want to be anything other than
Yeah.
that one. And then California, here we go. You know that song for the OC?
I never watched those.
But have you heard this? You haven't heard that song, California? California, here we come, right back where we started from. No. Anyway, besides the point. I feel like they don't make songs specifically for shows anymore. But
right,
they just kind of pick a song. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. That could apply. So I don't know. That's just my opinion about it all. But yeah, I guess that's the end of it. We can sign it out. I don't really know how to end this conversation. But.
So before we end, we have some really, really dope news, some exciting news. When we were in the planning process of coming up with the name, coming up with themes, talking about everything we wanted to plan for all of our episodes, we had some goals in mind. And one of our goals was how many downloads we wanted before the end of the year. We talked about social media. We talked about dream guests, just all kind of things in the planning process. And so we will raise our mugs and red Solo cup. Ain't nothing here but water. Y'all know I can't drink, but holler at me after January. So we have come up on 500 downloads.
Woo! Yeah, I can't scream like I want to, but yeah, y'all the best.
How exciting! So thank you, everybody. Cheers, right?
Cheers.
So yes, we are grateful. We thank you guys for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for even texting us. Like if you don't know how to support, or if you don't really care about music and you still call or text or email or DM or whatever, and just say like, keep going. Like y'all have great chemistry. Y'all are doing an awesome thing. You guys are really entertaining. Excuse me. All the comments, the good and the bad, we accept it. But 500 downloads. Oh my God, the fact that somebody listened to our voices 500 times.
Right? It's crazy.
Yes.
While it makes us nervous, it makes me nervous on one hand. On the other hand, it's like, okay, it can only go up from here, right? So thank you again to all of our listeners, all of our subscribers, our followers, our family, our friends, the people who encourage us to keep going. We love each and every one of you. So thank you.
Love you guys.
Yes, we love each and every one of you. And then before we go, just wanted to remind you guys to make sure that you're following us on social media. Make sure that you guys continue to comment, continue to share. Let us know whatever ideas you have. If there's like a certain artist that you think we should listen to, we're down. If there's somebody who you think we should reach out to bring on as a guest, we are down. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to the Music Lovers Podcast. This is episode 11. I cannot believe.
Oh my gosh.
We made it this far. So 11 times of fun, laughter, giggles, and headache of these lists and Because they're not going to stop. They're going to keep making me do the
No.
Yes, we are.
It's for the people. It's for the people.
It ain't for no people. It ain't for y'all.
It's been 11 episodes of good music.
Yeah.
It has. So shout out to 500 downloads. Shout out to you guys for listening and continuing to support us. We thank you. We love you. We will see you guys again in 2 weeks. Peace out.
Bye.
Peace. Peace up. A-Town down.